Today in the Joy of Editing, we're going to look at the new color grading tool found in Nik Color Efex, part of Nik Collection 9. Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to the Joy of Editing with Dave Cully. Today we're taking a look at the new color grading tool in Nik Collection 9, Color Efex. This is a powerful way to shape the overall mood of your image by controlling color in the highlights, midtones, and shadows, so you can create a clean cinematic look without a complicated workflow. And here's a quick heads up: if you're thinking about Nik Collection 9 or any DxO software, you can grab 15% off new purchases with my code Dave Cully. Links are in the description and you can try any app free first. If you use my links, I earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. Thanks for supporting the channel. Well, let's go ahead and jump right in. You know, I am so happy that Nik have added the color grading filter to Nik Color Efex. It's a great addition, along with the new AI masking tools, which we'll get a look at today also. Today we'll be working on this cool stock image. We're going to give it more of a cinematic color grade. So come over to the left side of the interface. You're going to find all of your filters here in alphabetical order. Just look for color grading and click the plus, or you could click on the search bar and type in color grading and you'll find it really quick. But I'll just click the plus and we've added it to the filter stack. Now the filter starts out with this default setting here. If you click this little button right here, you can reset it to no color grading whatsoever, which is the way I like to start out. Now, you'll notice we have these different circles up here. This first circle is for a global color grade. So if you click it, you can take this, I call it a puck, and you can move it around and add a global color grade to the entire image. You can double click this and reset it. Here's something else you can do if you get a color grade here. If you come up and click on the swatch and hold it down, you can see a before that color grade. Release the left click of your mouse and there's the after. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to double click this and reset it again. And notice we have these three circles, black, gray, and white, for shadows, midtones, and highlights. Now right now there's no adjustments on them. So let's start out by clicking on the midtone button. And then we can click on this puck and drag it around. Let's say we want to warm up the midtones, so maybe somewhere right around here. Now note, this color right here is the color that we've chosen right there. And again, if you left click and hold, you can see before you've added that color grade, release the left click, and that's after. If you want more saturation, just drag this puck up this way, less saturation, drag it in this way. If you want to change the hue, see this line right here, you can drag it around the whole 360-degree arc here. And you'll also note you have H, S, and L standing for hue, saturation, and luminance or lightness. So you can hover over this area for hue and change the hue by dragging right or left. You can hover over saturation and add more saturation, less saturation. You can hover over luminance and add more luminance or less luminance. Then you see right here where it says midtones. This is letting us know we're using midtones. If you click right here, this button, now you're going to get sliders. So you can adjust the hue with the slider. And I like to do it this way. And then you have saturation. You could give it more or less saturation. You can adjust the luminance here. You can double click any one of these handles and reset it. So let's go back and give ourselves a little bit of a warm color grade, maybe somewhere right around there. Now for this image, I want to color grade the subject separately from the background. So right now I'm just looking at the color grade I'm giving the subject. Let's see, maybe a little less saturation and maybe a little more luminance to lighten her up a little bit here. And now I'm just working on the midtones. And you'll notice we have a balance down here. Now right now we don't have shadows or highlights, only midtones. And you can see by this color in this area right here, okay? Let's go on the highlights. We'll click on the highlight button. And now what I want to do is add some warmth to the highlights. So I'm going to drag this up here to maybe somewhere right around in here. Let's give it a little more luminance. I'm looking at her face and maybe somewhere right around there. Now you'll notice we have that warm color on the right hand side for highlights. And now let's click on the shadow button. And I think for the shadows, I want to cool the shadows down. So I'm going to drag this puck into the cool tones, maybe somewhere right about here. And then I can finesse it by giving it more saturation, less saturation, maybe darken it down a little bit, maybe somewhere right around there. If you click this toggle right here, you can see before and after, or you could click any one of these color swatches and see what it looks like. In this case, if I left click and hold, that's without the shadows. If I left click and hold this one, that's without the midtones. And if I left click and hold this one, that's without the highlights. So I think that's pretty good. And now let's look at balance. You can see I have blue in the shadows. I have a warm color in the midtones and highlights. Now you could take this slider, and if you want to favor this more towards blue, move this to the left. If you want to favor it more towards the warm colors, move it to the right, or you could just leave it in the center. If you double click this, you'll set it back to the center point. I think I'll leave it in the center. And then right here, you have an overall opacity that you could pull this back and add as much of this as you want. Or you could come up here and we have an overall opacity. So you can click right here, see the double arrows, hover and drag to the left to pull back in the opacity and pull it to the right, and you can go up to 100%. The color grade I've just made, I like it for the subject. So how do I get it off the background and only on the subject? So what you want to do is click on the local adjustment button, and we have all of our local adjustment masking tools in here. In order for me to select the subject, I could use object selection, so we'll click on that, and then you could just hover over different parts of the image and find different parts of the image, but I want the entire subject. So I'm not going to use that tool. I'm going to click on area selection. And now you see my little target tool right there. I can left click out here and drag a box around my subject, and now release the left click of my mouse and I've selected my subject. Now you can see that overlay on there. If you click right here, you could see that as no mask, or you could click black and white mask. You can adjust the overlay settings by clicking here and maybe change the color if you want to, if you don't like that overlay color. You can also toggle through the overlays by typing your M key. See, there's the overlay. Type my M key again. There's no masking, and there's the black and white mask. So there you go. You can look at your mask by typing the M key, which is your shortcut. And then by typing the M, you could toggle through the different mask views. Now, right now, you can see the symbol saying, I do not have a mask right now. If I type the M again, now you can see that black and white symbol, and type it again, you can see the overlay symbol. And right now, there is no mask shown, but it is there. If I shut off the color grading, you can see there it is without color grading. I turn it on and there's the color grade, but it's only on my subject. After I've adjusted shadows, midtones, and highlights, I can click on global and add a little global to just my subject. Maybe warm her up a little more or cool her down a little bit. Maybe I'll just slightly warm it, not too much, maybe right there. Again, here's before and here's after. Now let's work on the background. So you see right here under local adjustments, underneath add, where you can add another mask, it says AI mask area 1, which is my subject right here. So if I right click on here and click on copy, or you could do a Command or Control C to copy, what we're going to do is add another color grading tool. So come back to the left side of the interface and click the plus. Don't click right here. Click the plus to add another color grading tool. Now, if I click right here, I can collapse this color grading tool. And now here is my second color grading tool, which I'll use for the background. Now, what I want to do first is reset it by clicking this button right here. Now, I want you to notice something. You see how this color grading tool has this light gray on it, and this one is really dark. This color grading tool is not active. Even though I clicked on this button to reset it, it didn't activate it. To activate it, don't click here because you'll collapse it, but click right here. And now it turns gray. Now it's active. Now all I need to do is use our traditional shortcuts for copying and pasting. I want to paste, so it's Command or Control V, and just like that, I've pasted that mask in there. Now it's selecting the subject, which is not what I want. I want the inversion of that. There's an invert button right here, so click on that. And now if I type my M key, you can see I've selected the background. Pretty cool. If I type M again, now we can see the overlay. If I type M again, now we've shut the mask view off. So we're off to a good start for the background. By the way, another way to copy or paste a mask is just come to the local adjustment anywhere in here and just right click, and you could copy or paste. So you could do it that way also. Let's color grade. Okay, let's start out with midtones. So let's click on the midtone button. And I think what I want to do is make my midtones a little more on the red side. So I'm going to click on this puck and drag it into red tones. Now let me show you something else. And I like to use blend modes for color grading also. Not all the time, but sometimes I do. Right now we're in the normal blend mode. If you click the drop down, we have all these different blend modes we could try, and we just hover over them to see what they look like. For this one, I want to darken up the background, so I want to use multiply. So I'll click on the multiply, and now my background is darker, and I really like that. Now, to get the sliders for adjustment, other than hovering over and making changes here with hue, saturation, and luminance, click this button so we can get the sliders up. And now I can take that saturation and maybe pull it back a little bit, maybe right about here, maybe pull the luminance back or up, make it a little lighter, maybe right there. And we can adjust the hue if we want to. But I think right about here should be good. Now remember, you can left click and hold on the color swatch and see the before the midtone color grade, and release the left click and see the after. And I think I want a little more saturation and a little less luminance to maybe right about here should be good. Now let's click on the highlight button. And for the highlights, I want to warm up the highlights. So I'll take this puck and start to drag it into the warm tones. And I'm looking at this area right here. And I think maybe somewhere right around here should be good. Now we can work with the saturation. I want a good bit, and the luminance. Maybe I'll pull the luminance back a little bit, maybe to right about here. And remember, left click on the swatch and hold. That's before the highlight color grade. Release the left click, that's after. Now let's work on the shadows. Click on the shadow button. Now you don't have to drag the puck. You could take the hue slider and drag it to the right. And notice how the hue line is moving around the color wheel. And I want to drag it into the blue area right about here. And now I'll take the saturation and let's pull up on the saturation, put a little bit of blues in those shadows, maybe right about there. Now we can lighten up the shadows or darken them down. I think I'll darken them down a little bit to maybe right about here. Looks pretty good. Now, don't forget you have the balance. If you want to favor blue, take this handle and drag it to the left. See how it's favoring blue or favoring more the orange tones or the yellow tones here. So slide it around and let your eye tell you where it looks good. And I think it looks good maybe right here. Now let's finish up with a little bit of global color grading in the background. So click this button and maybe I'll just warm it up a little bit, maybe right about here. And now we can lighten it up globally by taking the luminance slider and dragging it to the right. You see that, or darken it down even more, but I think I'll lighten it up just a little wee bit, maybe right about there. I want you to notice something. See this opacity? It is shut off because it's shutting off our subject right here. And the opacity for the layer mask is turned up, which is working on the background. So I could either pull back on this opacity if I want to reduce the effect a little bit, or I could come up here and take this opacity and pull it back a little bit if I wanted to just kind of blend it a little bit, but I like it the whole way up. Maybe I'll just pull it back just a tiny wee bit, like to 86. Now let me shut off this color grading tool. Here's before and here's after, and I really like that. Now, if you want to see an overall before and after, come up to compare, left click and hold. We started out here and we end up here, and I really like this color grade, or you could click on this button to see the split compare, and then you can drag this over. There's before, there's after, or you could do the side compare. If you click here, you can do left to right or top to bottom. Click this button again to go back to full view. Well, there it is, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial all about the new color grading filter inside of Nik Color Efex. It's a game changer in my opinion. This is a great new filter. If you enjoyed today's tutorial, please give this video a like, share it with your friends, and if you're not yet a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe. Click the bell notification icon. Click all so that you receive all notifications, and then every time I upload a new tutorial, you'll get notified about it. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today in the Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly, and I will see you all right here next time. But until then, happy editing.